Hi, this is Ehsan and welcome to the part 5 where we will be going through some of the most inspiring quotes of all time that will hopefully inspire you. Let's get into it. Quote number 1 is, if you're working on something that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. Steve Jobs. Experience is a hard teacher because she gives the test first, the lesson afterwards. Vernon Sanders Law. To know how much there is to know is the beginning to learning of life. Dorothy West. Goal setting is a secret to a compelling future. Tony Robbins. Either you run the day or the day runs you. Jim Rohn. Concentrate all your thoughts upon the work in hand. The sun rays do not burn until brought to focus. Alexander Graham Bell. I'm a greater believer in luck, and I find the harder I work, the more I have of it. Thomas Jefferson. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. Paulo Coelho. Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. Thomas Edison. Setting goal is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. Tony Robbins. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. Steve Jobs. It's not about time management, it is about better life management. Alexandra of the Productivity Zone. Women challenge the status quo because we are never it. Candy Gallup. We don't just sit around and wait for other people, we just make and we do. Arlen Hamilton. Think like a queen. A queen is not afraid to all. Think like a queen. A queen is not afraid to fail. Failure is another stepping stone to greatness. Oprah Winfrey. The strongest actions for a woman is to love herself, be herself, and shine amongst those who never believed she could. Unknown. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Confucius. May you live all the days of your life. Jonathan Swift. Life itself is the most wonderful fairy tale. Hans Christian Andersen. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Nelson Mandela. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. Henry David Thoreau. Life is a long lesson in humility. James M. Barrie. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I have learned in life. It goes on. Robert Frost. Love the life you live the life you love. Bob Marley. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Helen Keller. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. Dr. C.S. Life is made of ever so many partings welded together. Charles Dickens. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Steve Jobs. Life is trying things to see if they work. Ray Bradbury. Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. Thomas A. Edison. Keep smiling because life is a beautiful thing and there is so much to smile about. Marilyn Monroe. The secret of success is to do the common thing uncommonly. John D. Rockefeller Jr. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Walt Disney. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston S. Churchill. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Henry David Thoreau. I never dreamed about success. I worked for it. S.T. Lauder. There are no secrets to success. It is a result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. Colin Powell. Success seems to be connected with action. Successful people keep moving. They make mistakes, but they don't quit. Conrad Hilton. Whenever you see a successful woman, look out for three men who are going out of their way to try to block her. Yulia Tymoshenko. Some women choose to follow men and some choose to follow their dreams. If you're wondering which way to go, remember that your career will never wake up and tell you that it doesn't love you anymore. Lady Gaga. The thing women have yet to learn is nobody gives you power. You just take it. Rosanna Barr. No woman wants to be in submission to a man who is in submission to God. T.D. Jakes. A witty woman is a treasure. A witty beauty is a power. George Meredith. When a woman becomes her own best friend, life is easier. Diane von Furstenberg. If you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman. Margaret Thatcher. We need women at all levels, including the top, to change the dynamic, reshape the conversation to make sure women's voices are heard. Women's voices are heard and headed, not overlooked and ignored. Sheryl Sandberg. It took me a quite long time to develop a voice, and now that I have it, I'm going to be silent. Madeleine Albright. Women must learn to play the games as men do. Eleanor Roosevelt. I swear by my life and my love of it that I'll never live for the sake of another man, nor ask another man to live for mine. Ayn Rand. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Confucius. Try not to become a man of success, but rather become a man of value. Albert Einstein. One man with courage makes a majority. Andrew Jackson. One secret of success in life is for a man to be ready for his opportunity when it comes. Benjamin Disraeli. A man who has committed a mistake and doesn't correct it is committing another mistake. Confucius Kongzi. The successful man will profit from his mistakes and try again in a different way. Dale Carnegie. A successful man is one who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks others have thrown at him. David Brinkley. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Epictetus. You have got to get up every morning with determination if you're going to go to bed with satisfaction. George Lorimer. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela. The most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. Amelia Earhart. You will find that education is just about the only thing lying around loose in the world, and it's about the only thing a fellow can have as much as he's willing to hold away. John Graham. Take the attitude of a student, never too big to ask question, never know too much to learn something. Augustine O.G. Mandino. The elevator to success is out of order. You will have to use the stairs one step at a time. Dewey Gerard. Be a positive energy trampoline, absorb what you need and rebound more back. Dave Carolan. People often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. Zig Ziglar. Work until your bank account looks like a phone number. Unknown. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Theodore Roosevelt. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Ralph Waldo Emerson. I have learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you have made them feel. Maya Angelou. The question isn't who is going to let me, it is who is going to stop me. Ayn Rand. Winning isn't everything, but wanting to win is. Vince Lombardi. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford. You miss 100% of the shots that don't take. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky. I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the water to create many ripples. Mother Teresa. You became what you believe. Oprah Winfrey. An unexamined life is not worth living. Socrates. For every reason it's not possible, there are hundreds of people who have faced the same circumstances and succeeded. Jake Canfield. Success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Winston Churchill. I attribute my success to this. I never gave or took any excuse. Florence Nightingale. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Henry David Thoreau. Today's accomplishments were yesterday's impossibilities. Robert H. Schuller. If you look really closely, most overnight successes took a long time. Steve Jobs. Believe in yourself. You are braver than you think, more talented than you know, and capable of more than you imagine. Roy T. Bennett. Imagine life is perfect in every respect. What would it look like? Brian Tracy. I think goals should never be easy. They should force you to work even if they are uncomfortable of the time. Michael Phelps. People who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do. Rob Siltanen. First, have a definite, clear, practical, ideal, a goal, and objectives. Second, have the necessary means to achieve your ends. Wisdom, money, materials, and methods. Third, adjust all your means to the end. Aristotle. If you set your goals ridiculously high and it's a failure, you will fail above everyone else's success. James Cameron. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. C.S. Lewis. Dreaming, after all, is a form of planning. Gloria Steinem. Don't wish it were easy, wish you were better. Jim Rohn. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. Henry David Thoreau. May you live all the days of your life. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Confucius. Work until your bank account looks like a phone number unknown. I am so clever that sometimes I don't understand a single word of what I am saying. Oscar Wilde. People say nothing is possible, but I do nothing every day. Winnie the Pooh. Life is like a sphere. What you get out of it depends on what you put into it. Tom Lehrer. I always wanted to be somebody, but now I realize I should have been more specific. Lily Tomlin. Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence win championships. Michael Jordan. Individual commitment to a group effort, that is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work, a civilization work. Vince Lombardi. Teamwork is the ability to work together toward a common vision, the ability to direct individual accomplishments towards organizational objectives. It is a fuel that allows common people to attain uncommon results. Andrew Carnegie. Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is process, working together is success. Henry Ford. Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. Helen Keller. Remember, teamwork begins by building trust, and the only way to do that is to overcome our need for invulnerability. Patrick Lencioni. I invite everyone to choose forgiveness rather than division, teamwork over personal ambition. Jean Francois. Just one small positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. Dalai Lama. Opportunities don't happen, you create them. Chris Grosser. To know how much there is to know is the beginning of learning to live. Dorothy West. Either you run the day or the day runs you. Jim Rohn. Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. Thomas Edison. Setting goal is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. Tony Robbins. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. Steve Jobs. It's not about time management, it is about better life management. Alexandra of the Productivity Zone. Women challenge the status quo because we are never it. Candy Gallup. We don't just sit around and wait for other people, we just make and we do. Arlen Hamilton. The strongest actions for a woman is to love herself, be herself, and shine amongst those who never believed she could. Unknown. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Confucius. May you live all the days of your life, Jonathan Swift. Life itself is the most wonderful fairy tale, Hans Christian Andersen. It was great having you here. Hopefully you will join us next time. Thank you.